Alright, what's up yins guys? Since I just finished more like a preaching video with visual representations, if you will, about my fitness stuff, a video I just did. I got the knee pads, so I might as well do a little video here about that too. Which also I was at a ballet teacher's live videos, and I said some things and she was very gracious about motorcycle passing. She was real gracious and nice about some of the things, the reason why I did my stuff, and was comparing it, you know. And any of their followers that were looking at any of my comments that ended up just checking me out on here, whether they say anything or agree with anything I'm saying or not, this is to be another thing just to show I'm not full of crap here. Knee pads, like I'm going to say it, for the front split. And if you've seen any of my other videos, I had prior experiences for doing things like for the workplace during lunchtime, and you wear knee pads anyway, and the reason why you should do it. And even in steel-toed boots, and even talking in parentheses about some of the stuff that it would be an apocalyptic thing with music. Just talking in parentheses without spending much more time on it, like it would be almost like doing like a Walking Dead thing, a mini movie. I try to make stuff into that with music. But anyway, for knee pads, and whether you do things for a workplace or not, I think I said before in other people's live videos that the knee pads is a good idea. And how this would work, even say if your back leg, you can't do the front split completely. This will also help you on your way to it. Because the knee pad, if you will, instead of hurting your knees, you can rock the knee, you know, without, even if you use those yoga mats, you know what I mean, it can get painful. Say, I'll go like this, if you will. Say even if you're about this much and you don't got the front split very well, and say you don't even know for sure if your goal is to get a full front split. This, what you're doing in the beginning, you're actually feeling this in this leg, and it's definitely good for you. Then you can work with getting that down later. But even say you never even totally get a full front split, this is extremely good for you to do this, and the knee pad helps you, especially when you use it in the workplace anyway. Just trying to give you this straight out with trying not to make a long video or tell you right outright. I mean, and don't even worry about anybody's tactically correct yoga or dance thing yet, because if you do things other than your life, like, and you have to do any kind of workout side of YouTube or any of your own purposes, nothing against that stuff. I actually support whether if it's a dancer or a martial artist, that's correct. The martial arts correct split, or the dancer correct split, the dancer correct thing, or the yoga correct postures. Nothing against it. Definitely not saying it's wrong or contradicting it, but you gotta adapt to your own scenarios, do what's right for you, even if you're interested in those things. Definitely not against it. I mean, suggesting you have your own set of rules, but say you're using knee pads, and don't worry about how it looks first. Any little thing, every little thing, say you're doing, you're actually feeling it somewhere, and then you got to watch for any pain that ain't right, like that you can blow a tendon or tear anything. And use positions where you can get out of it right away if something isn't right. And go crawling around like this. And see, there's a split that people do, you know, that's like the or hold on, the kind of like the side split, but you're kind of going the front way. If you're like some workplace during lunch, you know, using knee pads anyway, you do it just like that. Don't worry about how it looks, and don't worry about anybody's tactical correct, like, you know, the dancer correct, or the yoga correct, or martial arts correct, or something, you know what I mean? Just do what's advanced, do what is right for you, and you'll see improvement in it. And say, like, go like this a little bit, say, and do a push-up this way. Just get used to crawling around a little bit and going different angles so that you're more confident in being able to come out of it. Like, if it's, don't go too much if you're, force yourself if you're going to have to go getting back up, you know what I mean, go and all that stuff. Like I said before, you may want to go in and come back out of it like a whole bunch of times, then even get up and stand up, do the other leg. I mean, do a bunch of lunge squats before you go into it, even if they're not all perfect. Well, the same way I said with the side split, some kind of squat, doing things that look like the crow's pose in the yoga, you know what I mean? It always should. Well, see, with the knee pads too, it's about like a lot of tactical advantages. You don't have to worry about hitting your knee too hard even on a yoga mat, and doing things outside of yoga that's maybe at lunchtime, you at a workplace, or you may have to use certain equipment. And I preached in a video I just did where, say, at a workplace that you're maybe required a hard hat and required goggles that they make you wear, and make you wear steel toe boots, or else you can get suspended or fired. But yet other equipment that they don't require, that you should make your life easier by doing it on your own. Well, even if you do jobs that are not for an employer, maybe out in your life for somebody else, get your own. Don't be a cheap ass about it. Get your own equipment. And some people are gratified by having equipment, you know what I mean? But so, I mean, you can go, you don't have to worry about actually hurting yourself. This can be exercise too, like that people do. Anyway, that's why. That's, if you got this far. So some of the rules apply, like I said, doing some kind of squats, and even going into something like a crow's pose. Like squat, almost like the quaint old-fashioned military training videos. They're doing squats. And same with this kind of squat, where you're doing a front split, or you're doing, prepare yourself for the side split. And say you don't go all the way down, go like this to be able to come back up, or go like this, do push-up, hands like this, or like this. I'm trying to rush this video through without making it too ridiculously long and getting to a point, but show you some other visual representations in the corner of the video to try to make it less boring. But any of you know me that actually get something out of this, you know what I'm saying. But like I was, to remind you again, unlike what's like the yoga correct, the dancer correct, or the martial arts correct, the rules are a little bit different for what you're actually doing in your life. And those rules are like flexible, because my personal thing, you know, if you have to do stuff, or at the same time my stuff I do with music, and I'm trying to create a post-apocalyptic or Walking Dead thing with music in the same way. I mean, maybe make yourself a mini movie or some kind of thing, which I never got around to doing. I'd have to get people involved for that. But, you know, I mean, it's the ideas are all out there. Well, another thing about the side split, too, you see some yoga people or dancer. Well, if I'm wearing steel-toed boots, I can't do the front split with my foot like this. Some people in the yoga, they're doing it like this or like this, right? But with a steel-toed boot, you know, it's going to go like this. And another reason, you know, this back leg won't go completely down. But you're seeing a lot of people like, you know, whether you're Dallas Cowboy or Houston Texans cheerleaders, they got boots with big heels and they managed to do front splits. So it can be done, you know, if you want to talk about different. Okay, so, you know, don't worry about what it looks like at first, you know. Go a little like this, crawl around like this. And where I see in some of it, it's like more like I see in some people doing it on a video, like cheerleaders, for example, if you want to talk about different genders, male and female cheerleaders, where they're doing it, it's like a side split, but they're doing more like a front split. So somehow they're like almost going kind of like this. And they can, some of these people that are good in things that in yoga, they can, right while they're in a full front split or side split, they can, you know, pivot, turn that front split into a side split and side split into a front split, which if you're not that advanced yet and you go try to do that, you will feel that in one of the hips that'll be telling you no way. I mean, some grinding going on, some pain, stop right away. That's why I also tell you too, rather than force yourself to go all the way down, if there's some pain that ain't right, do something in a safe, like push-ups, that you can get yourself out of it, and at the same time do your upper body strength and be able to push yourself out of it, as opposed to maybe like some people go into it, get themselves into a straddle, so you're not ready for that yet, and it's not going to be perfect, and I can't push myself up. Some people can do this and press into a handstand. God bless them if they're able to do that, whoever they are, but I see that as is not that good yet. But anyway, like, see, I can go like that, but anybody who can do shit like that. But anyway, it doesn't matter if you'll expand in it when you're ready to, you know, don't force yourself. Like I said, even if you don't achieve a complete split like you, the best way I do it is, I told people before, okay, to end this video, do it in a way like, well, act like you don't care if you're gonna get the full split, then you eventually get it. That worked for me. You know, I did it based on some other exercise culture of another part of the world, which I'd have to do a whole video about, to do a review on it, which if you got this far in this video, that would be a separate video to do. Like, it would be like a reaction video, how people react to videos that I don't see anybody doing at a particular fitness culture that dovetails into my interest in medieval mysticism and stuff like that. But anyway, I think that's it for this video. I'm going to cut it off right here.